Yay, it finally went live. I guess I needed a thumbnail. Let me share this. This is my first live video on YouTube, and I'm so excited. Let me see. I'm not expecting anyone to come in here, but if you do, welcome. If you're watching this on a replay, thank you. I just have a subject on my heart that I want to share with everybody. And really, that's it. I'm going to post this on Facebook. So, hello, everybody. I'm practicing for my future self. So, one of my goals is to be one of my life inspirations, I guess I could say, is to be a motivational speaker, teacher, coach, a personal development coach, and my vision for myself. And I guess I can say this is like a video for my future self, because my vision for myself is to travel the world speaking and teaching all about personal development. I have wanted to be a motivational speaker since I was a little girl. I just didn't know it was called motivational speaking at that time. I know my lighting is bad because this video is about feel the fear and do it anyway. And I'm going to share with you a few stories. And the reason why I want to talk about this subject is because what I'm doing right now is how you feel the fear and do it anyway. If for anybody that knows me, I'm a very let me prepare, let me get all my ducks in order, let me prepare for like 10 different worst case scenarios. So to go live on the spot or on the fly like this is taking me completely out of my comfort zone. So that's why I'm calling this video How to Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And this is a live demonstration for those of you that are watching this video. So, because I like to prepare so much, the thought of getting on camera live terrifies me. I love speaking. I love being in front of the camera. I love talking to y'all every single week on my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do. But I don't know, something in my spirit has just been like, Jamie, you need to go live. Jamie, you need to connect with your audience. Jamie, it's time. It's time. It's time. And I've been ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it. And so today, here I am finally taking the leap, pushing past the fear, jumping on this live, and doing it despite the fact that being on live video scares me. And now that I'm doing it, it's actually not that bad. I record videos every week. I speak at work, all the time. I'm presenting, but the thought of live video scares me. And so the only way sometimes to get through a thing, to get past the fear, is practice. So, for those of you that are wanting to take a leap in your career, a leap in your personal life, something that's really, really scary to you that you really deep down in your gut want to try, you want to do, you're gonna have to push past the fear and just do it. Take the leap. I have a ball in the middle of my stomach right now because this scares me, right? But I'm pushing past that fear. I'm showing up for myself, right? So let's talk about what happens when you're afraid to do something. Let me tell you this story. I remember the first time I ever asked for a raise on my job. The first time I ever asked for a raise on my job. First thing is, I didn't know that was possible. So write that down. To expand your understanding of what's possible. That's tip number one. Write it down. Getting past the fear and doing it anyway, the first thing you're going to have to do is expand your thinking about what is possible. Okay? Be open to the possibilities would be my first um tip or nugget for you. And the reason why I say that is without my sister who was working in HR at that time, I was complaining to her about my salary like I always do. And she was like, "Why don't you ask for a raise?" And I was like, "What?" I mean, I was younger. I was in my 20s at this time, and I had no clue that you can go to your employer and ask for a raise. So I had to research my position, and research the duties that I was doing. I had to type up a statement on why I was requesting consideration from my employer at that time for a job. And so you want to do your research. And I did my research. So, whatever your situation is, make sure you're doing the research on whatever it is. Expand your thinking. Try to find an example of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So, for example, if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, start researching people who have lost 30 pounds in 90 days. Start looking for live examples of what it is that you want to achieve. So I did my homework with regards to that. And a couple of more things that I noticed. Number one, so that was number one. Number two, why are you afraid? Like, why? When you get the little butterflies in your stomach and it's fear, ask yourself, why am I actually afraid? What's the worst thing that's going to happen by me asking for a raise? I had to sit with that question with myself. So that was the first thing I did was like identify, why am I actually afraid? Sometimes fear, you don't know that it's sometimes fear is sneaky and you have this feeling of fear, but you don't or haven't necessarily identified why it is that you're afraid. So I was afraid because I had I had never thought that that was possible. Um, I thought they were going to tell me no. I don't know why I thought that, but I automatically thought they would tell me no. I didn't feel worthy of it. I didn't feel for whatever reason. I don't know why. But at that time I was like, who am I? Why would these people give me a raise? Right? How am I going to walk in here and ask for who do I think that I am? Who do you think that you are? It's something that you need to ask yourself. And so I had to sit with that as well. And I had to get myself in the energy of I am worthy. I do deserve this. This is a possibility for me. Like they could actually say yes, which brings me to point number 3 is you have to expect for the best. You have to imagine the best happening in whatever your situation is. Okay. So imagine the best, the absolute best happening. If it's a job, imagine yourself getting the call that says, "Hey, we want to make you an offer." In my situation, I imagine myself going in, having this meeting, and them saying, "Jamie, absolutely, we value you as an employee. Let me take this back and look at it. You can certainly work with you on your salary." I imagine that. I just spent time imagining that. I talked through the conversation that I thought that I was going to have with my manager at the time. So you have to kind of fake it till you make it until you're ready to have that conversation or do whatever it is. So reprogram your mind about whatever the possibilities are. And then do some visualization on what it's going to look like. What is it going to look like for you to lose the weight? What is it going to look like for you to get the call that you got the job? What is it going to look like for you to start the business? What is it going to look like for you to be living the life that you want to live? What is it going to look like for you to take the vacation? You have to start imagining what it's going to look like for you to have what it is that you're trying to do. I don't know what point I'm on, but you get it. And so, back to this story, I wrote down why I thought I deserved a raise. I didn't at the time put any numbers in it because I was just new to that entire experience. So I just told them that I wanted them to reevaluate my position and consider offering me a raise. And when I asked for the meeting, y'all, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I was so nervous, but I had my notes and I was ready to have a conversation. I sat down with my manager. Um her name was Tammy. She was such a sweetheart. And I wrote down, I went through everything that I had in my notes. And as I had imagined during my visualization, the conversation went better. It went way better than I even imagined that it would. Literally, I was shocked. It was an easy conversation. I didn't have any resistance to it. She even agreed that, yeah, absolutely. And let me take this to whoever the people were at that time, and I'll get back with you. And I got my raise. I got my raise, y'all. I got my raise because of why? One, I pushed past the fear. Okay. Two, I expanded my thinking of what could happen, what the possibilities could be. Okay. Number three, I reprogrammed my subconscious mind. Okay. I started saying yes to myself. I started believing that, yes, I can have this. And yes, this is possible for me. And then I took a leap. I had the conversation. Oh, and visualization. Visualization is very important. I did that as well. I had the conversation and I got the raise. So I just wanted to hop on live and give you a live demonstration of what it looks like to push past the fear and do it anyway. Push past the fear. What is the worst case scenario? Think about it. If you want to start the business, what is the worst case scenario? Write it down. If you want to move to a new state, in your mind right now, what is the worst that can happen? Why are you afraid? What is the worst? That I'll get the job. Oh, we have people online. Now I see how easy it is to get distracted when you go live. That I'll book more people than I can handle. Yeah, so if the worst case scenario is you are starting a business and okay, I'm going to use me for an example. I want to start doing consulting and coaching, okay? And in my mind, my fear was how in the world am I going to do this and work a full-time job? What if 100 people show up and want me to coach them one-on-one? What am I going to do? That was my fear, right? And so I had to, number one, identify that was my fear. Number two, I had to open myself up to the possibilities. Open and expand your thinking to allow solutions to flow to you. We don't have to solve everything. I know I don't want to go spiritual, but there's this thing that happens when you make a decision. And when you make a decision that's in alignment with you, the resources, the people, everything that you could possibly need will align with you. So don't be afraid to take the leap because of those other variables. Just open yourself up to know that if you take this leap, the universe will support you. The universe will provide you with an assistant. Is that possible? Yes. Is it possible for you to get so many clients that now you can hire an assistant? Yes. Is it possible that when you start this business that it will actually be successful? Yes. Is it possible that when you decide to lose this weight that you can actually lose it and keep it off? Yes, those are possibilities. I think sometimes we only consider the negative possibilities and we don't even give ourselves a chance to consider the good possibilities, the good things that can happen. Imagine it working out. What if it worked out? What if you got everything you needed? What if? So, for those of you that have just joined me, I'm giving a live demonstration of what it looks like to push past the fear and do it anyway. I have a fear of going live on social media. I know. I post content every week. I love it. It's my sweet spot. I can do it with ease. I get in front of my company. I can present to 100 people. I love it. And I'm great at it. But when it comes to live videos, I'm so afraid. And I'm in my season of being authentic to myself and teaching other people, especially women, how to be authentic with themselves. And I had to call myself out like, how can I be teaching about living authentically and pushing past fear if I can't even get on a live video? And so you are seeing me live in action, pushing past the fear and doing it anyway. And I will say, when I first started 16 minutes and 54 seconds ago, I was very, very nervous, but now I actually feel okay. I feel like I'm talking to you like I talk to you every week on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Find me on YouTube at Loveandlightj. Also connect with me on Instagram, TikTok at Loveandlightj. I love to connect with you. And because I've done this, I actually have the courage to do this again now. I do. This was not as bad as I thought it would be because I was imagining worst case scenario. But now I'm allowing myself to imagine the best case scenario. So what if people do show up? What if people have questions? What if Oprah sees this video and invites me to her show? Yes. All right, that's it. That's 20 minutes. I like live videos too because you can be more authentic and more, what have you. Yes. What if Oprah invites you to book a trip? That's my sister, Amare Travel. Let me shout her out since she's on here. If you are in need of a travel experience, please go follow her page because she has group trips available. Um, Back when she first started, I know she was afraid of all her clients she was going to get. She used to book little individual trips for people like me, but now she specializes in international trips, group trips. So if you're thinking about having a birthday trip out of the country, or if you have a family reunion, I think she does that. I don't know, but go follow her page and she can hook you up on an awesome, awesome travel experience. I think that's it for me. This was good. All right. I think I'm going to do more of this. So, if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Share this with a friend. Next time, give me time to join. I know I did that on purpose because I was so nervous. I love y'all. And as I say every single week, until next time, love y'all. Peace.